Alright, today we want to talk about soy, and soy is one of those controversial foods that has been touted as a health protector and a health benefiter, but also possibly something that could harm your health. And so while I'm not an expert in soy, I do want to share some about soy from my research and from training, and just so that you can make a more educated decision about whether you want to add it to your diet. So numerous studies show that because soy is high in isoflavones, it can prevent some illness and promote better health. And so what are isoflavones? They are basically phytochemicals, which are compounds that are found only in plants, hence the word phyto, and that means plant. And they're a type of phytoestrogen, or a plant hormone that resembles human estrogen in chemical structure, but they're not as strong. So you can find isoflavones in soy, in other legumes, chickpeas, that kind of thing. Soybeans have become very popular because they are the highest in these isoflavones. Probably the highest that we know of right now. The two that are most beneficial are genistein and diazyme. So they have the potential, these isoflavones, to fight disease in several forms. And what they do is they can help prevent the buildup of arterial plaque, meaning that you have a lesser risk of heart disease and stroke. And they've also been touted to help reduce the risk of breast cancer. Now, some people have said, well, do they increase breast cancer though because of their estrogen-like properties? And what about men? Should men have soy? Well, I want to share a little bit from the work of Dr. Neil Barnard, who I had the privilege of learning from during my time at IIN, and he shared a little bit about some of the latest research. So we all know that Asians tend to eat a lot more soy than probably almost any other group on the planet. And what researchers found in a meta-analysis, which means really good studies that are done by compounding like a whole handful of good studies. So one really good study added to several really good studies. And what they found doing this meta-analysis of about 8 studies in Asians is that what they previously thought about soy wasn't exactly what they found. So they found that higher soy intake led to about a 29% decrease in the risk of breast cancer. And researchers started also looking at women that had previously had breast cancer and wondered, okay, how is soy going to affect them? They found that in general, the higher the isoflavone intake, the lower the hazard ratio. And the women who did not have much soy had a higher risk of the reoccurrence of that breast cancer. So the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition took all the studies that Dr. Barnard was talking about and found that those who had the most soy had the least occurrence of cancer coming back. And that was based on the studies with Women's Healthy Eating and Living, with the Shanghai Breast Cancer Survival Study, and a few others. And according to Dr. Barnard, there's not really a lot of research that he's found that shows that it negatively affects men. So that's one part of this that I want to share with you. The thing that you do want to keep in mind with soy, though, is that in America, soy is highly processed, usually, and in some other areas as well. And so that difference in how the soy is made can definitely affect your health. So you want to make sure that you're getting soy that has been properly fermented, that is organic, and just don't go crazy on it. Have it in balance if you want to do it that way, because studies apparently are showing that at least some soy, can have benefits for your health. But again, you don't want to have it highly processed. I would probably recommend having the fermented soy, like a black bean or soy tofu, but not necessarily doing the soy milk that you can buy in the store, that comes in a carton that has been sitting there for a while and has gone through a highly processed state to get to where it is. Because I don't know if you know this, but soy milk takes a lot of processing to make. So it's probably not one of the better drinks that you can have for yourself. Anyway, that's just a little tidbit on it, and I hope that helps.